to Your Mind and In Hindsight, where we explore all aspects of what can make us feel good, really, yeah. Proper good. Prolonged good mental and physical health. Little tweaks here and there along the way, and have a laugh. Why don't we? So because what we eat doesn't just affect our physical health, as we know, it also affects our mental health and well-being. Eating a balanced diet of vegetables, dare I say, and certain nutrients can improve your sense of well-being and your mood. The mood is all about the mood. We want a good mood. Right, let's get started. So how are diet and mental health linked? That is the question. Well, research has shown, because I'm reading again, it shows a link between what we eat and how we feel. Can diet affect our brain? I remember my dad saying fish oil is good for the brain. Well, he was bloody right, wasn't he? Possibly a Mediterranean diet with seafood, vegetables, the garlic and the olive oil that a lot of us use now. I know I do. It has proven that fish oil can reduce symptoms of depression. I love that. It's proven. It's the mood. Anyway, this is all in simple terms because I need it simple. But it can be complicated. Our bodies are. I mean, God. But at least we're aware that everything all works together in terms of your nutrition, your exercise, the way in which you think, not allowing yourself to get too anxious and stressed out. Don't stress out. But on the other hand, there are two groups of foods that have a negative effect on the brain. I just want to cover those two. And those foods trick the brain. Yeah, they trick the brain. How very dare they? Into releasing chemicals we may be lacking. For example, temporarily, easy for you to say, alter our mood. For example, caffeine and chocolate, two of my favourite things. Moderation. Anyway, foods that prevent the conversion of other foods into nutrients the brain needs. For example, saturated fats such as butter, lard and palm oil. So we don't want to be eating too much butter. Certainly, I don't know who eats lard these days, but that is what it's saying in this little note. So I just wanted to cover that because as much as we know it, like I said earlier, we're just tweaking here. We're just trying to tweak and take little bits of everything until you start to feel a bit better, and I can assure you, you will. Okay, that's the negatives. So what should we eat? That is another question. I got this from the National Health or the NHS website, detailed information. It's updated last year, I think, but it couldn't have changed that much if it's changed at all. Tips on eating well, for example. And the information I've taken from that is just how to achieve a balanced diet. And it is very similar to what I said earlier, a Mediterranean diet. Because you know what it's like after we've been on holiday in the Med. Come back feeling great. It's not just the sun, is it? If food affects your mood, well, it does. Like I said, by releasing certain chemicals, good chemicals, bad chemicals. So knowing what foods we should and shouldn't be eating can be really confusing. It confuses me, especially when it feels like some advice we get on a regular basis changes all the time. However, evidence suggests that as well as affecting your physical health, what we eat may also affect the way we feel, the mood, like I say. So you want to improve your mood, don't you? I do. Give you more energy, and it helps you think more clearly overall. What foods are they? That is the question. Everyone is unique, of course, but many of us can sort of get that blood sugar drop every now and then. We might feel tired, irritable, depressed, all of those things. But eating regularly, but not just regularly, but choosing those foods that release slow energy will help to steady your sugar levels. And slow release energy foods, and that's like pasta, rice, isn't it? Oats, cereals, nuts, bananas, I think. All of those things will help. Not all together, of course. Just for example, remember I'm just giving quick tips here, just to sort of, because that's what we do on this channel. We understand little things from each category and we try and implement little things here and there because it's a starter for 10. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I made that decision that I was going to make a positive lifestyle change to try and live as happily and stress-free as I could. And that was about 10 years ago. Um, it's it's making your mind up. It's easier said than done, of course, but it is the balance, because we all, maybe some of you don't, but we all like the odd glass of champagne, wine, gin, or whatever it might be, the chocolate and the coffee, nice meals. We don't live long enough not to enjoy that, but moderation, so that, and certainly as you get older, I mean, you have to be careful what you eat in terms of making you feel bloated, run down, and again, the mood. So, no matter what your age, the mood. Certainly, a lot of younger people with the diets that are shoved into our face through media. A lot of young people, I think, would be heading for diabetes, different levels of diabetes. Just light diabetes, but nonetheless, that's the journey, isn't it? You're starting the journey. By eating a very fat saturated diet in the early years, as well as fast foods, Doritos and chocolates and sweets that are line the shelves in supermarkets at the eye level of a child. God damn. Right, okay, I'll stop moaning. Right, quick tips, darling, quick tips. Here we go. Eating a good breakfast is good, and by that, it doesn't have to be heavy, but something, if it's cereal, muesli. Check the sugar levels though in that, all low sugar or none if possible. I'm really into probiotic goat's milk called kefir. I just love that, and it gets a real good dose of protein. You know you're going to get it. Plus, that is your gut health sorted. The gut health is sorted. And I put that into my muesli actually. It's really nice. Of a morning. Just saying, you maybe want to try that. And instead of eating a larger lunch, dinner, this is what I do. I eat smaller portions spaced out through the day. You can't always do that at work. But just by eating a heavy meal, holding off and then suddenly having a mass amount, it's not good. It's not good. So also avoid foods which make your blood sugar rise and fall rapidly. And obviously that's sweets, biscuits, anything sugary. And I guess that includes alcohol. Yes, it does. But you can, well, save that for over a meal. We're talking moderation here, guys. Understanding yourself is a difficult thing to do, and it doesn't happen all at once. Let's remember that, because I'm talking about, yes, just try the kefir, get the muesli, take smaller portions. All of this is habit states, and it's habits along a journey that you're going to take. And if you're listening to this, knowing that the subject matter is, then you're probably already wanting to make that change for some reason, whether it be your weight, your mental health, or just overall trying to get more fit. You need to do something differently all the time when you're on a journey like this. And it is a journey. When you realise what the benefits are, then you will imagine it more positively. It doesn't happen overnight, like I said. It's deciding on the road you want to take, and then you are on that journey, on that road. And because you know it'll be worth it. Like all journeys we go on holiday, you know it's going to be worth it. And like all journeys as well, there'll be stops and starts, and you'll notice various things happening to you. You know a nutritious diet can help mental health. If you know that and believe that, then you'll be aware of all the possibilities and all the different obstacles that may happen to you along the way. And they will. Learning new things, changing all the time, learning things about yourself as well. All of these things, like I've said before in other podcasts, it's a process. So you have to really consider all those different things. Use your imagination like we do when we're doing meditation. You have to imagine yourself in the place you want to be. That is the great thing about being human, isn't it? We have a vivid imagination, some more than others, but you can train it, and any change will happen in your imagination. making that change you want to make. Visualize and sense the goal of where you're going. I'm telling you, it works. I've been doing it for a long time now. Anyway, that's just you initiating yourself on the change. I did digress there. So, foods, different foods. Yeah, different foods, and there's so many different recipes now. The good thing is, we can have quite a lot to eat of really good foods that just won't pile the weight on, and they're really good for your mental health, for your mood, in other words. People are putting ingredients together that you possibly or I never would have dreamed of, and when you do, and they're absolutely delicious. So the one food, I'm going to just name 10 quickly, and obviously that's fish, and salmon is probably at the top of that list because it's the fatty fish, containing really high amounts of omega-3 fatty acids, as we know, we've heard before, which have been linked to the reduction in mental disorders and depression. That's fantastic. Salmon is also naturally high in vitamin D, which is a biggie for fighting off viruses, shall we say. Yeah, that's good. The next one, chicken. Chicken, like turkey, really delicious, lean as possible, lean protein choice, and that's amino acids that contains. I never knew that until I looked it up. And again, it's often associated with the post-Christmas naps that we have, and the substance doesn't actually knock you out, but it does help your body produce serotonin. The good feeling, serotonin. So again, that helping your brain manage your mood. I love that. The third one, whole grains. Well, we can get that in oats and rice and things like that. And porridge. You probably eat porridge. Some people have porridge for lunch these days. But a little bit of porridge with syrup or honey. Honey's probably best. All good, consistent source of energy. And whole grains help the brain absorb amino acids, one of which is tryptophan. There's a word for you, tryptophan. Look that one up. Pretty good though. Anyway, number 4, avocados. Now you either like avocado or you don't. Well, they say that about everything, but you can acquire a taste. Like a fine wine. Avocados are full of vitamin K. I didn't know that. And folate, as in folic acid, isn't it? Which help protect your brain against a stroke. So your memory and your concentration is improved. But avocados, again, have a high dose of lutein too, which studies have linked to improved brain power. I want that. Number 5, spinach. I eat spinach a lot with my salad. Sometimes I have just a spinach salad. Any leafy greens provide your brain with solid amounts of folic acid, and that's been shown to be a deterrent for depression as well. So that helps fight off insomnia if you're even struggling with that at night, which is heavily linked to mental impairments and can help reduce dementia in older adults. Worth knowing that. I think I'll probably take a double dose of that tonight. Joking aside, number 6, yogurt and other products containing the active cultures like the kefir that I was talking about, those sources of probiotics. They're often associated with digestive as well. So your gut probiotics have been shown to play a big role in reducing stress and anxiety. And yogurt can also provide you with potassium, magnesium, and it helps oxygen reach the brain. These are all amazing pieces of information, aren't they? Number 7, nuts. Well, like salmon, nuts are an excellent source of omega-3 fatty acids, and again, helping depression. Cashews, but not salted cashews, for example, help provide again oxygen to the brain with a dose of magnesium. Throw your nuts. Bring in the nuts, love. Number 8, olive oil. Pure extra virgin oil, that is. I mean, a lot of olive oils are out there. Try and read the labels. I'm getting used to sort of reading labels for a really good source of olive oil. Otherwise, it's not really going to do you as good as the healthy Mediterranean style diets. I mean, they have lovely pure olive oil. And that type of oil contains polyphenols, which help to remove the effects of proteins linked to Alzheimer's disease. And it can also help improve learning and memory. Oh, et voila. Be careful though when you're shopping for olive oil. Like I said, some brands liberally cut their product with vegetable and seed oils, and that significantly reduces brain health benefits. And researching those brands online can really help. That's what I do to ensure it contains pure olive oil. All of these things, of course, this is you going down your road, your journey. It sounds like a lot of information, but you just have to look up olive oil once. Know what you're looking for. When you're buying it, look at the bottle, and then you know, and it'll stick with you. But, it's got to be a little bit research, isn't it? Because you're on your journey. It changes things. It does change things. Number 9, tomatoes. Well, some people don't like tomatoes, or they feel it's associated with joints, swelling of joints. I don't know where I read that, but one of the many health boosts it does provide is against brain disease, and it's been shown to delay the onset of Alzheimer's disease, fighting off cell damage, etc. etc. Number 10, last but not least, my favourite thing, and it has to be over 85%. Dark chocolate could be the best news on the list. Dark chocolate is categorised as such because of its cocoa content, which you would find in milk chocolate as well, but the darker the better. So if it is 85 cocoa or more, it's more beneficial. And dark chocolate contains high levels of flavonoids as well, a type of antioxidant, and it has been shown and proven to boost attention and memory, enhance your mood, and keep fighting against cognitive decline in older adults. And just remember, chocolate should still be consumed in moderation. So if you do like chocolate and you're taking a lot of milk chocolate, reduce it and take the darker chocolate. Acquired taste, I wouldn't eat anything else though. Once you get acquired to that dark chocolate, whoa. You take milk chocolate on the odd occasion, if it's Cadbury's, and you think, yeah, it's not bad, but you're looking for something. You're looking for another flavour. This is the change. You will find changes keep happening to you. Keep on happening to you down the road, your little road, stopping and starting. Oh, do I try that? Do I like that? There's things that you can mix together as well. I mean, obviously, if you don't like avocados, for example, I don't think I ever used to, but I love it. I really like it now. But if you're mixing that, maybe just taking a couple of spoonfuls of avocado, mix it with a nice dressing, obviously with olive oil, on a piece of toast. Sprinkle it with some nuts or something like that. There's ways around it that you can still manage to eat these things. Some people say, oh, I just don't like fish. That is a shame if you're just like wheezy about fish, but if you could just try. There's lots of fish out there, certain haddocks and sole, that when you cook it, if you just cook it in the oven, there's no flavour in it at all. The flavour comes from whatever you might put in it, the garlic, the olive oil. So try and develop your taste buds. That's what you're doing as well in this little road, developing your taste buds. Well, I think I've exhausted my list, and it is quick, it's just quick, but you get enough information to know that you can then incorporate it into your life. And obviously, explore yourself. Explore, because if this is your goal and you're on that journey, explore how your diet can affect your mood. There's lots of tips for improving mental health online, and it will improve your mental health and your well-being just through healthy eating. You know that now. It is a fact. I haven't made it up. I have read it. So you do your little bit of exploration as well on your journey, in between working, of course, or whatever it is you're doing. But you will find as well your concentration levels will rise. And even though I'm pretty mature in my age, the younger you start these things, obviously, the better. It's all go for dough. There we have it. There we have it, guys. So if you are on your journey, we are carrying this journey onwards and upwards. I keep saying I'm going visual. I will be soon, and I'll be showing you some of the food products that I eat. They're really good, and sharing that with you, not to mention your chamomile. So if you're on the journey, subscribe and continue with me, and see how you get on, and drop me a line how you're getting on, and if there's any tips you can give me, I'm open to it, baby. I'm open. Bye for now, guys.